Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Wednesday's regional news. We start with news from Argentina. An Argentine court has sentenced Vice President Cristina Fernández de Kirchner to 6 years in jail and disqualified her from holding public office in a high-profile corruption case on Wednesday, though she has immunity due to her public office. The powerful vice president will not face immediate prison time and is also expected to appeal the sentence, with the case likely to spend years winding through higher courts. Fernández served as president for 2 terms between 2007 and 2015 and commands rock star crowds of supporters. She faced charges of alleged corruption in the awarding of public works during her presidency. She has denied the allegations and called the court a firing squad. In a live-streamed sentences, judges from Federal Court 2 in Buenos Aires City found Fernández guilty as the criminally responsible author of the crime of fraudulent administration to the detriment of the public administration. The court acquitted her on another count of illicit association. Prosecutors had alleged that public works contracts were handed to construction magnate and ally Lazaro Báez, who channeled money back to Fernández and late husband Nestor Kirchner, also former president. Defenders of the vice president maintain she was a victim of judicial prosecution. Lawyers said that Fernández de Kirchner would not go to jail anytime soon because she has immunity while serving as a vice president. She would need to be removed from office in a political trial before she could be sent to prison. We now look at news from Dominica. The Dominica Labour Party, led by Roosevelt Skirt, returned to power following Tuesday, December 6 elections on the Caribbean island. Early reports indicated that the DLP at the time of the publication had captured 13 of the 21 seats. On Tuesday, reports from across the nation indicated that voter turnout was low in comparison to previous elections. Over 80,000 people were eligible to vote. Polls took place in 15 of the country's 21 constituencies. The United Workers' Party, the largest opposition party, boycotted the general election. In 6 constituencies, the decision had already been made on nomination day, giving the incumbent Dominican Labour Party an advantage of 6 seats. Information indicates that the electorate may have been paralyzed due to controversies surrounding the island's decision to hold early elections. There were 16 independent candidates and 6 Team Unity Dominica candidates. The Prime Minister is authorized by the Constitution to call for elections at any time. At the time of the announcement, however, the UWP, the principal opposition party, lacked a leader due to Lennox Linton's resignation. This and the absence of electoral reform have been the UWP's primary sticking points. We close with news from Cuba. Cuba on Tuesday accepted the offer from the Caribbean community to join the community's ministerial task force on agriculture. Both sides also agreed to observe October 6 as CARICOM Cuba Day against terrorism. A release from CARICOM said that these were among the major outcomes of the 8th CARICOM Cuba Summit held in Barbados as the 50th anniversary of diplomatic ties was celebrated. A declaration was issued following the meeting, which set out the areas of agreement and cooperation. CARICOM's Special Ministerial Task Force on Food Production and Food Security was created to propel the region's thrust towards cutting its food import bill by 25% by 2025. The participation of Cuba is a boast, particularly to the technological aspects of the initiative. The release said, "Closer collaboration with Cuba in the area of agriculture will include the establishment of a food terminal to provide a consistent supply of food items to Havana." The heads of state and government declare October 6 as the CARICOM Cuba Day against terrorism in memory of 73 people who died, including CARICOM and Cuban nationals, in the bombing of the Cuban Airlines in the waters off Barbados on October 6, 1976, and for which there has been no accountability. Later yesterday, they laid wreath during a ceremony at Paynes Bay, where there is a monument in memory of those who died in the explosion. Thank you for watching. I am Renata Burnett. Back to you, Alethea.